Hello, Storytellers! Welcome to the Worldwide Writeathon weekend. I'm so excited about this event. It's one of my favorites. It happens 1 month before NaNoWriMo events, so Camp NaNoWriMo and then NaNoWriMo in November. And one of the reasons that I love this, other than the fact that it is a short-term writing challenge that is sporadically throughout the year, is great, but the lovely people who run the Worldwide Writeathon, as it has gotten into a bigger event and grown so much in size, they still focus a lot on the community aspect, and they still make sure that smaller channels are able to host and co-host productivity streams and social streams. So I think it's one of the best times to make writing related friends. And coincidentally, this time it lines up with the beginning of a new work in progress that I just started in the last few days. This is the first really serious novel that I'm going to be buckling down and trying to write in a while. So I thought it was a great time to start vlogging again, honestly. But I'm jumping in a little bit late. It's about 2:30 now, so they've already done two productivity sprints. Luckily, I've only missed two, and they're 30 minutes into the third one. So I want to jump in. Pretty sure it's on Anne's channel, but the playlist and everything will be linked down below. I want to jump in and start getting some of the work-related things that I have to get done for the day out of the way so that I can get right into writing, because Saturday mornings I have my favorite jujitsu class, and I did not want to skip it. Despite how sore I was from Thursday's class, I really wanted to be there. And as I was cooling down in my car, getting ready to leave class, I could feel the knots and bruises forming on my shins and my knees from this morning's training. So I decided to turn it into a little bit of a pampering event this afternoon to get the weekend started and to sort of build my energy for the rest of the weekend. I stopped at Dunkin' and I got a refresher, which they make with green tea, so I got a little bit of caffeine in me. And then I turned my after gym shower into a little bit of a spa with an Olaplex treatment, and I did this detox face mask that I got from Tula, just so that whenever I was getting ready to sit down and write, I felt clean and pampered and taken care of, so that I could honestly spend the rest of my day stressing myself out getting things done, because I'm a little bit behind on content creation. So I really need to get a video finished editing and posted before I can even think about writing. But I'll be bouncing between writing and posting on social media platforms honestly most of the day. But I have the honor of being a co-host on Caitlin's stream from 8 to 10:30 for the Worldwide Writeathon, and I want to make sure that I get all of the work-related businessy stuff done way before then, so that I can really sit and work on my new work in progress for the whole stream, since it is a productivity stream. So I'm going to turn on the current productivity stream in the background while I get this editing for this video done as quickly as possible, and then probably after I edit and post the video, I'll probably switch over and have a certain amount of time that I'll be able to either write or plan for writing later for my work in progress before I switch back to a content kind of task. But I'm really excited just about this work in progress, even though I am very much discovery writing this at the beginning, so I don't really know a whole lot about it yet.
I'll never tell, just trust that I'll keep it locked in a cell. Never revealing no secrets you're keeping, these promises strong as a spell. I'll never tell. Yeah, I like you, that's for sure. Never have to close the door. Been a long time, a year before, and I'm missing you so bad.
So I didn't do any kind of check-in last night. It is now Sunday the 19th. I feel like crunching for time pretty bad whenever I was getting ready for my stream at 8, but it all ended up working out okay. I got my YouTube video that I was struggling with, I got it uploaded and live within 5 minutes of I think the first sprint that we did. So that worked out kind of well, and then I was able to use the whole rest of the stream that I was co-hosting to just write, which was pretty awesome. So we were live until about I think 10:45ish. We went a little bit over, but during that time I got the first between 1,200 and 1,300 words of my brand new work in progress that is yet to be named. That's something I definitely want to decide on soon, even just a project title, because I think that that's something that really helps your story feel real, and I think it helps add words to it and talk about it and fun stuff like that. So I'm gonna think of a tentative title and name soon. I ended up writing and working on a few things before bed after the stream had ended, but nothing too monumental. Today I'm not really going to be able to sit down and work for hours and hours like I did yesterday, but I want to jump in as many streams as possible, so I'll probably take several long breaks, but I'll probably be watching the event streams in the background. I do know I have this goal of having like 3 writing sessions today. Not necessarily sprints, but I want to sit down 3 separate times and really like focus on writing. I want at least 2 of them to be just for adding words to my manuscript, and then I'm probably going to spend one of them researching a little bit of like planning and outlining. I'm thinking about, and I don't really know if I'm going to do this or not, but I'm thinking about using something like the 27 chapters method of outlining to tentatively outline this story so that I can get a little bit more of an idea of what I want to write, since I'm starting off with, I feel like, so little information with this new idea. So I've moved out to my living room. We're going to try this new little microphone out and see how it works, because I just need a break from the red room and the office room. I love it in there. It's great, but I want to be lazy on this corner of the couch with my lap desk. During the sprints that I just joined in on that live stream, I managed to get my manuscript up to 2,130 words. So we hit the 2K mark. It's turning into like a little seedling of a story. I'm really excited about that. So while I sit out here and plan, I'm going to be like researching and looking into the 27 chapters outlining method. And my goal for that and for this research is to try to keep it all in my Scrivener document. That's my ultimate goal for drafting. No matter what I do, no matter what I add, no matter what I research, I'm going to try to keep everything in Scrivener. It's something I've been very bad at in the past. Even if I do write in other writing softwares, which is something that I like to do all the time, even if I do that, I want to be able to copy and paste my progress at the end of every writing session or every so often into my Scrivener document so that I can keep everything organized. Because the only reason I'm really looking into like planning and stuff like this is because I want to write more books. I want to write more stories. I have always been very casual, I think, about my writing, and it's not necessarily that I'm pushing for publishing anytime soon, but I want to be more productive. Like, I actually literally want to produce more product with my writing, so I'm going to try to be a little bit more strategic when it comes to keeping everything orderly. So I started this garden a little while back on my little back deck, and I absolutely love it. My plants are all sort of like laid out on the ground right now, though, because I don't really have any way to organize them. I wanted to sit out here and write. I have the stand for a hammock chair, but I have a little visitor who is more than welcome in my garden area, but I feel too guilty to move him, and I can't set up my chair while he's here. And here is this little guy. I don't know what to name him. He looks kind of tiny on the camera because the camera's not really focusing on him, but he's a pretty decent size, and he's made up shop, I feel like, right where all of the weight of this hammock chair hangs. And I get it, this is, you know, a pretty beautiful view if you're a spider, but I am going to try to very gently relocate him at some point. But we're not going to take his home from him today because I have other things to worry about. I definitely want to go add more words to the manuscript. But yeah, it's just really nice out. It's supposed to be really nice tomorrow, so maybe that's something that we'll do then.
Never tell, just trust that I'll keep it locked in a cell. Never revealing no secrets you're keeping, these promises strong as a spell.
So it is about 11 o'clock. The final closing event ended at 8, and I guess I don't know what I was expecting from the closing ceremony. I like watch them every time, but we always do some like fun games and stuff like that. So I sort of set my writing sprint accidentally, my last writing session, to overlap with that, and I put it on in the background, and they ended up playing like Would You Rather and some fun author games. So I definitely got distracted just listening to everyone's answers to those. Some of them are really funny, but I did get my manuscript up to 3,316 words, so I'm past the 3K mark, which was pretty exciting for just a weekend of writing. I think the first like break that I took in this last reading session, I was around like 2,900, and I really just wanted to pass 3K. So I brainstormed until I had something else to write, and I just fleshed out sort of what I had in my head there, and it gave me a couple 100-word cushion. So that was pretty exciting. But if you would like to hear more about my new project or hear more about the 27 chapters method, then definitely consider subscribing and like the video while you're down there. I'm kind of on the fence still of whether or not I'm going to use the 27 chapter method. I'm going to have to do a little bit more research because it's definitely something I've heard people talk about a lot, and it's something I know like Katie Tastic is like one of the original like author tubers who had gotten big. She has a video on it, but it seemed really just like the bare bones instruction, which is kind of why I liked it, because as a discovery writer I wanted something that was just like bullet points. So, you know, like Save the Cat has all of the details and the what the beats are and why, but there's a lot of extra explanation and there's a lot of percentages and stuff like that. So even though I think that's a great planning method, I just don't think I've ever really used the 27 chapter method on any of my books. So I really just wanted to experience that a little bit firsthand, but I'm kind of unsure if it's something that I'll enjoy or that I'll benefit from. So I'm going to do some more research with some like written resources, I think, because there's not a whole lot of YouTube videos out there. So if you're curious on how that works, I hope to see you in the next vlog. Happy writing. I'll see you guys soon.